Hey, this is the Building Thriving Teams video blog. I'm Tim Bartlett, and today I want to talk about an aspect of building a thriving team culture that's really focused on the leader themselves. See, one of the biggest mistakes that leaders can make is when they stop learning. Many years ago, and I mean many years ago, when I was still in junior high, I had this teacher who often said sort of off-the-wall things. My friends and I would just mostly laugh because we didn't really understand anything that he was saying. But there was one statement or one quote that he would make from time to time that always stuck with me. He said, "The more you know you don't know." Now, it took me several years to finally really kind of grasp what it is that he meant. But that statement, the more you know you don't know, speaks to the truth of when you start to acquire more wisdom and knowledge in your life, you become acutely aware of how little you actually know. You become aware of how much you need to continue to learn and how much you really learn from others. Well, this is especially true for leaders and for those of you who are influencing or impacting teams or organizations. See, don't make the mistake of ever stop learning. It's one of the most important things a leader does, because when that leader stops learning, they stop moving. They stop growing. And when that happens, so does the organization. It's so important that you never stop looking for opportunities to learn, to grow yourself, to stretch yourself and develop, and to learn new ways of doing things, and to be open to new opportunities. There's this great quote from John F. Kennedy that says, "Leadership and learning are indispensable from each other." And he's saying that you can't have one without the other. And I really believe that to be true. I've experienced that myself. Now, there are lots of ways to continue your learning. There's books. There's a ton of books out there. There's workshops and there's school. But there are other ways as well. Coaching is a great way to continue to learn and experience new things, because a coach provides so much clarity and perspective and objectivity that you don't have on your own. Mastermind Groups is another great way of learning more, because you get to learn from so many other people who have similar experiences or either have been where you've been or are going places that you would like to go. And the cool thing about Mastermind Groups is that you also get to contribute to that group by sharing your own learning. But the single most effective way of learning more, and the most accessible way of learning more, is to just purely listen. Listen to your team. Listen to the people in your organization. Listen to the people that you have around you. There is so much intellectual capital that the people in your organization have that they could share with you if you would only ask, if you would only listen. Listening does so many things besides just provide new information. It sharpens your cognitive skills, and it really helps you continue to move, to be in a constant place of movement, of growth, and not becoming stagnant. There's a wonderful byproduct to this as well as it relates to building a thriving team culture. See, when you solicit feedback and suggestions or ideas that you ask from your team and you listen, it does wonders for their engagement. See, your team begins to feel more valued, more dignified, and they feel connected to you as their leader and connected to the actual movement of the organization or the business that you're leading. See, listening not only sharpens your skills, but it sharpens the skills of your team as well. So who are you listening to? And are you intentionally seeking out the feedback, the ideas, and the suggestions of your team? Are you facilitating that kind of dialogue with your team where they feel valued, they feel heard, and they feel like they're participating in the process? See, even if you don't end up moving forward with an idea that a team member gives you, the fact that you are encouraging that dialogue and you're circling back or following up in one way, shape, or form with that individual builds trust. And this is how one of the ways that you build a thriving team culture is that there's a high level of trust. So always be listening. Because when you're listening, you're learning. And when you're learning, you're growing. Hey, if you'd like to connect with me and learn how I can help you build a thriving team culture, go to TimBartlett.me and you'll find my contact information there. You can also find me on Facebook at my page, Tim Bartlett Coaching. And please subscribe to this blog. When you do, you'll get it automatically in your inbox every week, a new topic talking about how to build a thriving team. And please leave a comment as well. And if there's questions or suggestions you have, I would love to hear those. Until next time, take care.